Hello everybody, it's the Swedish Traveler here. How you doing? It's Friday, so it's going to be another world news video for you guys. It has happened quite a lot during the week, and I think I will have to make it quick because I noticed my battery is running out. So there has been a huge fire in Oregon. And I haven't heard anything about it since, so I'm guessing it might have been put out. I think I will have to see the. Sorry for the. Well, yeah. Apparently the fire is still going on, and it's so-called bootleg fire, and it is huge as Los Angeles, the city. So, and so yeah, I'm gonna move on. The next topic that I want to talk about is the chief of the car company Nissan. The Nissan Chief has apparently done a lot of economic things, darkening. And well, he mixed with a lot of the economy, within the company. So, and two people that has helped him get away from Japan, so he can, so he won't get sentenced for what he's done. Two people has helped him, and it was a 59-year-old former soldier and his son that did help him help the Nissan Chief escape. Those people has been sentenced for, well, the 59-year-old were sentenced to 2 years in prison, while the son has been sentenced to 20 months in jail. So the chief itself is in Lebanon still, and I wonder if they will get him back. I don't know, but we will see about that. And I'm sorry for the camera. There we go, a little bit. Yeah. The next thing that I want to talk about, Israel does apparently have a spy program that they could at least get into people's phones and listening in to their phone calls. The program itself, it's called Pegasus, and a lot of journalists, politicians, amongst other people, has been targeted by the program itself, and which has been a huge uproar lately, because at least journalists are afraid that they can't really be safe, which is true, and it is still messed up that those kinds of things exist, I must admit. And the argument is still going on, so we will see what happens with that. The fourth thing that I want to talk about is Mark Hoppus, the bass player in Blink 182, has been fighting with cancer, and he's still fighting against cancer. From what I can understand, he's still in chemo. We'll just look up the article real quick. The cancer had spread, apparently. We'll see what kind of cancer. He did suffer diffuse big cell B cells lymphoma, which is aggressive tumor. He got it in April, and it has spread to four different parts of his body. He's still fighting it, and so I hope he will get better, I must admit. So, big respect to Mark Hoppus. The fifth thing that I want to talk about is there has been a huge settlement in the U.S. that four medical companies has been forced to pay a huge settlement. McKesson, AmerisourceBergen, and Cardinal Health has been sentenced to at least pay $21 billion each, while Johnson & Johnson does only have to pay $5 billion for their contribution on the huge rise of opioid use in the U.S., which has been used to at least increase the dependency of opioids, and has resulted in a huge rise of overdoses in the U.S. So at least something happens. We will see how long that will take, but the next thing I want to talk about is that Peru has elected a new president, and yeah, hopefully it will sell things in Peru. And speaking of Peru, I looked into another, did see another, that 9 people has been demanding money from severely sick COVID patients. They have demanded like over 180,000 Swedish kroners, or the equivalent in since Peru has been really affected by COVID, and they apparently people wanted to make money from it. Apparently one of the people were the hospital chief of their hospital that people were treated, and I must say it's totally messed up that people does that, taking advantage of people. And apparently the hospital itself were a public hospital, so it should be free healthcare. So I must say, as I said, it's messed up. The next thing I want to talk about is there has been a huge argument between United States of America and Germany about a huge gas pipeline within Germany. United States are arguing that that the European Union with the pipeline could increase their dependency on Russia, and the US isn't really. Well, US does have some arguments with Russia, and I in a way I can see that, but my question is, what's the alternatives? So I don't know what to say about that, really. Sorry. The next thing I want to talk about, it's the Olympics in Japan. There has been some concerns that COVID-19 is going to ruin the Olympics. A lot of people has been infected with COVID-19 during the Olympics, and I saw a number that at least just before the Olympics it was like 68 people got infected, and they all were going to participate in the Olympics. But the Olympics is going on, and there might be a big increase of COVID-19 cases in Japan, so we will see about that. And the next thing that I want to talk about, it's what happens in Colombia. There has been some riots in Bogota. And around 70 people has been arrested, and at least a couple of dozens of people has been injured between clashes, in clashes between police and protesters in Bogota, Medellin, and Cali. And the protests are in continuation of about the government's tax reforms, and a total of about 60 people has been killed during the protests, which is messed up. And the last thing I want to talk about is a scandal that has been happening in Sweden. A company that helps people with their pension savings has been looked into, and it was found out that that company did scam a lot of people of their pension savings, and the owner of the company has been arrested and sentenced for, I think it was at least 2 years, 6 years, and he doesn't, he's not allowed to start a company for the next 10 years. And I must say, it's totally messed up that the people scam money from people. Yeah, that's all I need to say, since it's a 15-minute video, and silent enough you can't really see me, but that's how it is. If you like the video, you can give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you think. If you want to support my channel, you can buy some merch in the merch app down below. Otherwise, peace.